Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give praises to the Most High God for just giving me knowledge, wisdom, and just understanding at a very, very high level. And as I say in all my videos, without the Most High God, I wouldn't be anything in life. I thank the Most High God for giving me the opportunity to see another day, to be able to touch, feel, walk, and see. And them are the most important things that I carry myself with here in today's times and these last days, because I understand and I grasp that this kingdom is about to fall here shortly, Esau's kingdom, and we are Jacob are about to be a part of this new ruler of this Salakia, a part of this new rulership that we are about to endure here in the new times. So, I thank the Most High God just for giving me knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Okay, so I'm gonna start on 1 Peter chapter 4 today. And I think I got one more chapter after this, and I'm done with Peter. And like I said, I'm gonna get to, cause I'm basically done reading Matthew. I'll probably get to John, 1 John, 2 John, 3 John, get to James, get to Jude. Then I'm gonna switch to Matthew. I'm gonna get to Tim. I'm gonna get to all the. I'm gonna get to most of the New Testament, because that's really what I've been reading, and it's just so edifying, when you're in the spirit, and the Most High just shows you, basically, like I've stated before, and like how the scriptures state, it's nothing new under the sun. And, once you start to gain knowledge and the knowledge is starting to edify you, you see that, what happened during those times that the Bible speaks of, per se. This is going on today, so it's nothing new under the sun, and all great societies, all great civilizations has always came to the end. It's been like this since the beginning of time. And we're towards the end of time right now, and it's going on right now. So, okay, so I'm in 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 1. It states, "For as such then as Yahushua have suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourselves likewise with the same mind." Right? So what is Peter stating? Peter stating, the mindset that Yahushua had, the mindset that he spread it across the church, the gospel that he spread it. That's the same mind. That's the gospel that he spread it across the body. That's the same mind, that we should be trying to apply to ourselves today. Okay, so as I read, "For he that has suffered in the flesh hath ceased from sin." Right. And it's so crazy, brothers and sisters, because I was just, I was reading earlier about what was I reading about? I was reading about I was reading a passage about I was reading the passage basically about like personality traits, and a thing dawned on me when I was reading that passage. Me suffering because I chose this path. I chose to walk the narrow path. I chose the right hand side. I wouldn't, because I wouldn't want anything else. Like I wouldn't want the rewards that I have in life easy. If you understand what I'm trying to say. Like I don't know how it dawned on my mind while I was reading that personality trait passage, but it just came to me. I'm like, wow, because it was because my the personality trait passage basically was stating, because I was reading about, like, how you have a rational, because I have a rational mind, and most of us brothers and sisters have a rational mind, but I was just thinking about, like, how did I gain this rational mind that I have, and I was just like, wow, the things that I went through, because I didn't always have a rational mind. I had a Before this rational mind that I have, I had an emotional mind. So I reacted off my emotions. I reacted off my heart. I reacted off of not knowledge, not logic. If you understand what I'm saying. But when I walked in to the right side or the narrow path of this truth, and I gained knowledge, I gained understanding, I gained wisdom, I suffered. But it's like, and then rewards start coming to me after the suffering. I will take I me personally, I will take that over anything. Because it's like I work for this. I didn't just it wasn't just given to me. I feel like if something is like given to you and you haven't worked for it, it's not earned. So you have to suffer. You have to, you know, go through those tribulations for you to see the reward on the other side. And that's really what this walk is about. You have to suffer to see the reward that's for us here in the kingdom to come, where Yahweh Shai is going to rule. You understand that? So it's and like Peter stated, for he that have suffered in the flesh have ceased from all sin. It's a battle. We have to suffer before the reward, you know. And I cherish that. That's a blessing, man. Okay, so I'm going down to verse 2. That he no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lust of men, but to the will of the Most High. Right. Let me reread that. That's a very powerful verse. That he no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lust of men. Right. To the lust of men. So when you become Salakia, so when you become this newborn pup or this newborn babe, when you come to the right side of the knowledge, you should no longer rest. You should no longer have to live in the flesh. In the flesh, you should no longer have to lust after weed, lust after alcohol, lust after women, lust after money, or anything else worldly. You understand that, brothers and sisters? But for the will of the Most High, but to the will of the Most High. So you pleasing the Most High, following the Most High law, statute, and commandments to the best of your ability. That's the biggest reward of it all, man. That's the greater reward. That's the prize. Like by me just being on this walk, me putting away the worldly things and me actually disciplining myself. You know what? More than anything, not to go off topic, and I've said this in previous videos. Being on this walk has taught me patience, but it's taught me being obedient. I was a disobedient soul. I didn't want to listen. I didn't want to make myself better in certain situations. I thought I was perfect. I thought I was perfect, and I was really just an evil soul. Just thinking about myself, not thinking about how can I get better in certain situations. I thought I knew everything, you know. But walking on this right side, on this narrow path, it taught me obedience. It taught me to humble myself. I've stated this before. It taught me to kill my pride. Kill that angry man that was inside me. Kill that wrath that was inside me. I had to kill it, man. And you know what? I turned out to really be a good vessel. I'm not finished. I'm not a finished product. I'm not even going to be a finished product when the Most High call me home, or call me to die. I'm not going to be a finished product when I die. But I'm going to be a finished product when I'm in my new spiritual body. You know? But this walk, and when you see that you are you're better as a vessel, you're better as a soul, you're better as a spirit, it makes you happy inside, man, because you've came a long way. And I can honestly say, since I've been on this walk since 2020, yeah, I've suffered, but the person, my mentality, my spirit has came a long way. And I take that more than anything in the physical, man. All right, so I'm going down to verse 3. For the time past of our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles, when we walked in lavishness, lust, excess of wine, drinking, liquor, excess of wine, drinking too much. What's the main problem? What's the main problem here in today's Babylon? Outside of smoking that dang on weed that people smoke, man. Excess of wine, excess of liquor, drinking too much. It's people that drink too much just so they can throw up. It's like a zombie land, man. People drink too much just so they can throw up. People can barely walk home. They wobbling when they walk. Come on, man. That's not... Think about that, though, man. Think about when you don't have control of your mind anymore. You don't have control of your mind. You don't have control of your body movements. Something else is controlling you. What do you think is controlling you, man? It's the devil, man. It's a spirit, man. It's a demon controlling you when you're drunk, when you're high, when you're off a pill. It's a demon controlling you. You're not control of yourself anymore, man. You're not aware of your surroundings anymore, man. That's why it specifically states in multiple scriptures in the Bible, be sober-minded. Be sober-minded. Because that's the best mindset that you can have while you live here in the flesh, man. Be sober-minded, man. Up your knowledge, up your wisdom, up your understanding. That's more important than being drunk, high. Going to these bars, going to these strip clubs, being around a group of people all the time. That's more important than being sober minded, man. There's nothing wrong with being sober minded, man. And if you're around people that can't be sober minded, get away from them, man, and work on yourself. Because as long as you being around people that's not sober minded, you still gonna be always be down that rabbit hole. Because you're around people that can't control themselves, man. You're around people that can't control themselves. So if you're around people that can't control themselves, guess what? You can't control yourself, man. And as simple as that. All right, so I'm going to reread verse 3. For the time past of our life may suffice us to the wrought the will of the Gentiles. The Gentiles. When we walked in lavishness, lust, lusting after women, lusting after material, lusting after money, lusting after cars, lusting after alcohol, revelings, excess of wine, revelings, banquetings, and abominable idolatries, right? Abominable idolatries, eating abominable foods, eating the pork, eating the shrimp, eating the oyster, eating the lobster. That's an abomination, man. I was speaking to a brother, this maybe was about a week ago, man. And we were talking about, how bad these foods are. And I told that brother, I was at work. I said, you are what you eat. You are what you eat. So guess what? If you out there eating that sausage and that bacon and that pulled pork, guess what? You're a swine, man. You're a swine. And you doing nothing but just pulling yourself deeper and deeper down to the slaughter, man. Food affects the way you think. Food is information. Food is energy, man. Okay? So people need to understand that. Abominable idolatries. That's very powerful. Idolizing these celebrities. Idolizing these sports figures like they're gods. Some of these foolish Jake, they'll die for these celebrities, die for these sports figures. And what make it so crazy is these sports figures or these celebrities, they don't even know you. So why would you sacrifice or get into an argument, want to kill somebody over them, and they don't even know you though? And that's the Salakia. That's the abominable idolatries that Peter talked about, and as the scriptures talk about, period, man. You cannot idolize no flesh or false gods, period. Oh, and man, it's just the truth though, man. I had a brother at work tell me the other day, not to get off topic, but I had a brother that told me at work the other day, well, we were just talking, and I brought up something about the Most High. I forgot what I said. And he talking about, yeah, but why the Most High making us go through that and this and that? I said, dude, them is excuses, man. I said, you sound, and this brother is older than me. He about in his 50s, 60s almost. I said, brother, them are excuses. I said, what, you don't have faith in, you don't believe in the Most High? You don't got faith in the Most High? I said, how you wake up every morning? You think you think you just wake yourself up every morning? You your own God, huh? I asked him that, and guess what? He couldn't say nothing, cause he know I'm speaking the truth though. I said, them excuse. I said, I said, you spewing out a whole bunch of excuses right now, man. A whole bunch of excuses. I said, I can complain all I want. Oh man, I can complain all I want, man. I went through this, man. I said I can complain about everything that the Most High has put me through, but guess what? That's not about to stop me from believing Him, following His laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of my ability, man. And like I stated, man, you know, that's the modern mindset of Jake today. It's now, now, now. I want now, now, now. No patience now, no patience at all, no obedience at all. And that's why the Most High got you probably in the state that you in now, because you ain't obedient. You stupid. You'd rather get drunk, high, not follow the law to the best of your ability, man. These niggas, excuse my language, man, but these niggas out here is foolish, man. They foolish. And that's why the sheep is getting led to the slaughter. That's why the sheep is getting led to the slaughter, brothers and sisters. And them is the type of people, you know, you do not want to be around them. You do not want to be around them on your idle around them during your idle time. You don't want to be around brothers like that, sisters like that think like that, because they gonna get led to the slaughter, man. The Most High is gonna destroy them, man. Okay. Okay, so I'm going down to verse 4. Wherein they think it strange that ye run not with them to the same excess of riot, speaking evil of you. Right. Don't run with the sheep, like I was just basically saying. Don't run with the sheep, man. Don't run with the foolish. Don't run with the unintelligent. The people that are not in the know, the people that don't know anything, the people that don't know where they come from, the people that don't know that, well specifically here in America, that the quote unquote black comes from the tribe of Judah. Don't run with foolish people, man. Because they're going to lead you to a world of trouble, man. And look, man, I'm just speaking off experience. Mistakes that I made in my life. And we all gonna make mistakes. None of us are perfect. None of us are perfect. And we won't be perfect, you know? That's why I say follow the law and statutes and commandments to the best of our ability. Because we're not perfect, man. But it's also things that we can't control, though. Who we are around. Like I just stated, what we eat, what we allow in our bodies. It's all about obedience, man. Control, self-control, man. Okay? Okay, so down to verse 5. Who shall give account to him that is ready to judge and quick to judge the quick and the dead? The Most High. That's only for the Most High God, man. The Most High God is the last judge and really the only judge. Let's be real. That's why he laid out the law, statutes, and commandments to us, man. Because he's a judge. He's the final judge, man. That's why judgment is getting thrown on this earth right now. He's sick of it, man. Okay? All right, so down to verse 6. For this cause was the gospel preached also to them that are dead, that they might be judged according to men in the flesh, but live according to God Salakia, but live according to the Most High in the Spirit. Right. So you can be judged. So listen, you can be judged by a judge here on this earth, a regular judge, a magistrate, whatever you want to call it, man. But you can still live in the according to the Most High in the Spirit. That's what Peter is saying in verse 6, man. It doesn't matter what a magistrate or what a judge says. It matters what the Most High says, man. That's what matters. Okay? That's what matters. That's not me saying go out here and break every law of the land and you sit up here and say, oh, well, the Most High is the only one that can judge me, which is it's some truth to that. I understand that, but you don't want to put your freedom at risk either. But what I am saying is the Most High. You can live by the law, statutes, the commandments of the Most High. That's the main thing, man. That's the main thing. Okay? All right, so down to verse 7. But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. Right. Be ye therefore sober. What did I just say, man? Be sober. Be sober. What did I and look at the left side as well? Self-control. I just said that, man. Self-control. Obedience. Learn self-control, man. Control yourself, man. Nobody in today's society controls themselves, especially here in spiritual Egypt or Babylon or America, man. Self-control is out the window. Nobody controls themselves, man. What is really the problem with these people, man? They all possessed by demons. They don't have that spiritual connection with the Most High. Okay? That's why can't nobody be sober, man. Because it's demons or us around us, man. Like Toys R Us. It's demons or us around us, literally, man. Everybody is embracing that demon spirit. Okay? And it's the truth, man. It's just the truth. Let me reread verse 7 to y'all one more time before I go down to verse 8. But the end of all things is at hand. But ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. Right. Ye therefore sober. Be sober, man. Just be sober. It's not hard. And if you have a problem with being sober, ask the Most High. Pray to the Most High. And ask him to deliver that demon off you, man. That's what it's about. All right, so verse 8. In all things that have, and Salakia, and above all things have fervent. What does fervent mean? I showed y'all glowing, boiling, radiant, charity among yourselves, for charity shall cover the multitude of sins. Right? Charity covers a multitude of sins. Giving covers a multitude of sins. Love, showing love to people, covers a multitude of sins, man. You know, it's nothing. It's not hard. And see, that's the people. That's the people problem today, man. The self worship, the self idolization is crazy in today's times, man. This is why I'm not around nobody. And most time I be around people is when I'm at work. This is why I'm not around nobody. This is why I don't trust nobody. Because everybody is living this sinful life, man. Brothers and sisters, it's okay to be different. It's okay. All right, so down to verse 9. Use hospitality one to another without grudging. Right. As every man has received, Salakia, verse 10. As every man has received the gift, even so minister the same one to another, as good stewards of the manifold grace of the Most High. Verse 11. If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of the Most High. If any man minister, let him do it as of the ability which the Most High has given him. Right. So what is Peter stating in verse 11? Let me reread. If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of the Most High. So like how I'm explaining the scriptures right now, even if the man yeah, you know, you're supposed to correct a brother or sister if they are wrong about, you know, what they're saying about a scripture, but let them finish it out. If the Most High has control of their spirit while they're speaking, don't cut them off. Oh, this is wrong. That's wrong. You know, let them finish it out, man. Because people that come into the truth, they're not going to recognize it all in one day. So if they're trying to explain the scripture, let them finish it out, man. You give, and when they're done speaking, you give your 2 cents or you correct them. You know, if you far along in the truth more than them, you correct them to the best of your ability and what the Most High has let you understand and gave knowledge unto you about. I've seen too many people, specifically on YouTube and stuff like that, that's just so ignorant when it comes to the scriptures, man. Look, man, we all learn at our own pace. The Most High is letting us learn at our own pace, man. We can't just be rats racing to the finish line, man. It's okay being a turtle, except for the rabbit racing to the finish line. If you understand what I'm saying. But just be thankful that another brother or another sister that's explaining something to you, be thankful that they actually know about the scriptures. I have the knowledge that they have about the scriptures, because you have to remember you started as a newborn babe too, as a pup too. Okay. Okay, so reading back on verse 11, if any man minister, let him do it as of the ability which the Most High giveth. Right? What did I just say? Let them explain the scriptures to the best of their ability. It's a respect thing, man. It's a patience thing, man. Okay, so that the Most High in all things may be glorified through Yahweh Shah, to whom be praised for dominion and ever. Amen. Right. That's what it's about. Yahweh Shah should be praised forever and ever. When we get into our new spiritual bodies, we're going to be praising Yahweh Shah. That's his kingdom we're going to be a part of. We were promised that. And it's going to happen. Okay, verse 12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. It's a test, man. It's a test. But verse 13, Salakia. But rejoice as much as ye are partakers of Yahweh Shah's sufferings. Right. We are people. We love how Yahweh Shah suffered because we're going through it. You understand that? We are suffering because we're following the footsteps of Yahweh Shah. That's a blessing, brothers and sisters. That's something to be proud of. The Most High's only begotten Son, we're living a version of, of course, we're not living a full version of his life, but we're living a part of his life. That's a blessing. Think about that. That's a blessing. That's power. That's a power. And like I said, it shows the humbleness that we have. It shows that our souls and our spirits are cut from a different cloth, man. Okay, so as I read verse 13, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. Right. So during the end times, or basically during the times right now when Yahweh Shah's glory, or when he gets revealed, we're going to be exceeding with joy. With joy. Because all the suffering and all the hard work and everything that we went through, our reward is here. You understand that? Our reward is here. Our blessing is here. Just like I was stating earlier, man. You go through things in life, and when you get that reward, it feels 10 times better because you went through certain things, then you got that reward. That's a blessing, man. That's a blessing, man. And it makes it feel 10 times better when you receive that award. That's why I love walking this walk. And I'm going to walk this walk until the Most High call me home, man. All right, so verse 14. If ye be reapproached for the name of Yahweh Shai, happy are ye, for the spirit of glory and of the Most High resteth upon you. Right, resteth upon our souls. Right. It rests there. The Most High Spirit and Yahweh Shah's Spirit rest upon our souls, our vessels. The Most High and Yahweh Shah is inside of us, inside our souls, inside our shells. We walk through him. Okay? Okay, so as I continue to read, on their part, Salakia, on their part, he is evil spoken of, but on your part, he is glorified. Right. On their part. So people that don't believe in Yahweh Shah, that don't believe in the Most High, like how I was speaking about that brother earlier that I work with, like how he questioned, you know, well, God, is they making me suffer and this and that, and like I said, man, you know, them weak souls, man, them weak vessels. Those are vessels that are not going to make it, man. Especially here in the last days. They not gonna make it, man. Because our faith, more than anything, coming up here shortly is about to get tested. Okay? And Jake and niggas, excuse my language, like him, they're going to get destroyed first. And when they ask the Most High to help them in certain situations, and they're here in these last days, guess what? The Most High not even gonna help them, man. You questioned me. You don't even believe in me. Why should I help you? You didn't put down worldly things, worldly lust. You didn't humble your spirit. You didn't humble yourself, man. And that's what I'm saying. A lot of these people are going to get destroyed. They're gonna get destroyed here in these last days, man. Okay, so verse 15. But let none of wait. Oh no, I read the rest of verse 14. I'm sorry, Salakia. But let none of you suffer as a murderer or as a thief or as a evildoer or as a busybody in other men's matters. Verse 16. Yet if any man suffer as a Christian, let him not be ashamed, but let him glorify the Most High on his behalf. Right. Christian just mean the believer of Christ. A believer of Yahweh Shah. Don't be ashamed because you're suffering and you're a believer of Yahweh Shah, like I've been speaking on really this whole video, man. Don't be ashamed that that you're suffering. Yahweh Shah suffered. So you believing in the Yahweh Shah, you don't think you're not gonna suffer and he suffered? I said that multiple times in my videos. It's the truth. Okay, so verse 17. For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. And if it first began at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High? Death. That's what the end is going to be, death. Verse 18. And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? In hell, man. And the devil's pit. That's where the ungodly and the sinner is going to appear. Okay? Verse 19. Wherefore let them that suffer according to the will of the Most High commit the keeping of their souls to him in well-doing as unto a faithful creator. Right. Let me read verse 19 before I close this out. Wherefore let them that suffer according to the will of the Most High commit the keeping of their souls to him in well-doing. Right. We're keeping our souls because we're doing the right thing. We're suffering because we're doing the right thing. And I'm gonna close it out here, man. But you know it. Peter wrote some very, very powerful chapters, and really, really, it comes from the Most High, because the Most High had control of Peter's spirit. But the scriptures is powerful, man. Especially when you really understand it, and especially when you have knowledge of it. It's very, very powerful. And that's why I just go over these things, with you brothers and sisters, because You know, we're going to need these scriptures one day. Well, we need them now, but I'm stating the Bible may get banned one day. We don't know. Okay? So this stuff is powerful, man. And like I stated in my last videos, you know, I'm not just reading this for you brothers and sisters. I'm reading this for myself as well. I'm edifying myself as well. This stuff is, you know, this is serious, man, because this is just the times that we living in, man. All right, brothers and sisters, with that being said, I'm going to close this video out. Hopefully you were edified, and on to the next. Shalom.